Let's begin with a question. Have you ever encountered someone whose energy felt different, someone who carried a presence so potent it either inspired you or made you uncomfortable? That person might have been a chosen one. Chosen ones are not perfect. They're not flawless, but they are vessels for transformation. They are sent into this world as beacons of light, often misunderstood, frequently tested, and almost always underestimated. And here's the irony of it all: the very people who hurt them, betray them, or try to dim their light often make the gravest mistake of their lives. Why? Because chosen ones carry a divine purpose that no amount of negativity can destroy. You see, chosen ones are not just ordinary individuals. They are deeply connected to the spiritual fabric of the universe. Whether they realize it early in life or later through a series of trials, they are here to serve a higher mission. Their mission might not be grand in the conventional sense. They may not lead revolutions or conquer nations. Instead, they effect change in subtle but powerful ways through their energy, their actions, and their ability to inspire others. They are called to heal, to guide, and to awaken those around them. Hurting a chosen one doesn't just affect them, it disrupts the balance of something much greater than you or me.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
But let's make this clear: chosen ones are not immune to pain. Often they are thrown into situations where they are mistreated, judged, or taken advantage of. People project their insecurities onto them, try to silence their voices, or mock their uniqueness. And the chosen ones? They endure it. They absorb it. They hurt deeply. But here's the twist: the more pain they experience, the stronger they become. The fire meant to destroy them only purifies them. That's the paradox of hurting a chosen one. What was meant to break them ends up awakening their true power. Think about this: why do people feel compelled to hurt chosen ones in the first place? It might be jealousy, fear, or even ignorance. Chosen ones naturally illuminate the shadows of others. Their presence forces people to confront parts of themselves they'd rather avoid. It's not intentional, it's just what happens when someone carries a high vibration. They stir the waters, and not everyone is ready to swim in the depths. But instead of reflecting inward, many lash out. They criticize, belittle, or even betray the chosen one, thinking it will make them feel better. But here's the truth: it never does. Hurting a chosen one is like trying to extinguish a flame with gasoline. The energy always comes back, but magnified. Let's talk about karma for a moment. Karma is not about revenge, it's about balance. When someone hurts a chosen one, they create an imbalance in their own energy field. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, will always seek to restore that balance. It's not punishment, it's a lesson. Those who harm chosen ones often face a series of challenges or setbacks that force them to reflect on their actions. It's the universe's way of saying, you've disrupted something sacred. Now, it's time to make it right. And the chosen ones, they don't have to lift a finger. The universe takes care of them. But let's go deeper. Why are chosen ones given such difficult paths? Why are they placed in environments where they are mistreated or misunderstood? It's because their light can only shine brighter through contrast. A chosen one who has never faced adversity doesn't fully understand the human experience. They are sent into challenging circumstances to develop empathy, resilience, and wisdom. Every betrayal, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt chisels away at their ego and reveals their soul. It's a painful process, but it's also sacred. And here's where the magic happens: when chosen ones rise, they don't just rise for themselves. Their ascension lifts everyone around them. They are living proof that transformation is possible, that pain can be alchemized into purpose, and that light will always triumph over darkness. Even those who hurt them end up learning from their journey. It's as if the chosen ones carry a silent message: you cannot destroy me, because I am not here for myself. I am here for something much greater. So, let me ask you this: have you ever hurt someone you now realize was a chosen one? Maybe you didn't know it at the time. Maybe you acted out of fear, envy, or misunderstanding. If so, what would it take for you to make amends, not for them, but for yourself? The universe is always watching, not to judge, but to guide you back to balance. And if you are a chosen one who has been hurt, listen closely. You are not broken. You are being refined. Every wound is a doorway to your higher self. The very people who try to diminish your light are, in a strange way, part of your awakening. They are the ones who unknowingly push you closer to your purpose. So don't hold on to anger or resentment. It only weighs you down. Instead, let your pain fuel your growth. Let it remind you of who you are and why you're here. When you truly understand this, you'll see that being hurt is not a curse, it's a blessing in disguise. It's the universe's way of preparing you for something much greater than you can imagine. And those who hurt you, they'll come to realize that they didn't just hurt another person. They disrupted a divine mission. That's why hurting chosen ones is the worst mistake they made. Have you ever wondered why chosen ones seem to face more challenges than most people? It almost feels unfair, doesn't it? These are the individuals who carry so much light, so much potential, yet they often walk paths riddled with betrayal, heartbreak, and unimaginable struggles. But there's a reason for this. The world doesn't test the ordinary, it tests the extraordinary. And chosen ones are extraordinary. They are forged in the fires of adversity, not to be destroyed, but to become unbreakable. What most people don't realize is that every time they try to hurt a chosen one, they're only helping them grow stronger. Chosen ones are not fragile, they are resilient. They might not look it at first. When they're hurt, they feel it deeply. They cry, they break, they retreat into themselves. But what separates them from others is their ability to rise. It's not just any kind of rise, it's a transformation. They don't just bounce back to who they were before they emerge as something entirely new, something more powerful. Pain is not the end for a chosen one, it's the beginning of their evolution. Let me ask you this: why do you think the most transformative people in history, the leaders, the visionaries, the healers, often endured the most suffering? It's because adversity is their teacher. Every betrayal is a lesson in trust. Every heartbreak is a lesson in love. Every failure is a lesson in perseverance. While others crumble under the weight of their challenges, chosen ones learn to carry it with grace. They understand that their trials are not punishments, they are initiations. When someone hurts a chosen one, they often think they've won. Maybe they've taken something from them: a job, a relationship, a sense of security. Maybe they've torn them down with words, actions, or even silence. But what they don't realize is that chosen ones are not defined by external circumstances. You can take away everything they have, and they will still rise. Why? Because their power doesn't come from the outside, it comes from within. This is where the divine irony comes in. Those who hurt chosen ones often expect them to crumble, to lose their spark, to disappear into the shadows. But the opposite happens. The chosen one goes inward, reconnects with their essence, and begins to rebuild. And when they come back, they're stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. It's as if the very act of trying to break them becomes the fuel for their transformation. Think about it like this: a chosen one's soul is like a flame. When the wind blows, it might flicker, but it never goes out. In fact, the wind only makes it burn brighter. Those who try to extinguish the flame don't realize they're feeding it. They don't understand that chosen ones are wired differently. Pain doesn't destroy them, it awakens them. It reminds them of who they are and why they're here. But why do chosen ones attract so much negativity in the first place? It's because their light disrupts the status quo. They walk into a room and change the energy without even trying. Their presence alone challenges people to confront their shadows, their insecurities, their fears. This can make people uncomfortable, defensive, or even hostile. It's not that the chosen one is doing anything wrong, it's that their very existence creates a ripple effect. Here's the thing: chosen ones don't hold grudges. They don't seek revenge. They don't dwell in bitterness. Why? Because they understand that holding on to anger only dims their light. Instead, they transmute their pain into purpose. They take the negativity that's been thrown at them and turn it into something beautiful. An artist might channel their heartbreak into a masterpiece. A healer might use their suffering to better understand the pain of others. A leader might use their struggles to inspire change. This is the magic of chosen ones. They transform darkness into light. If you've ever hurt a chosen one, whether intentionally or unintentionally, there's something you need to know: it's not too late to make it right. The universe is forgiving, and so are chosen ones. They don't hold on to resentment because they know it only holds them back. But making amends isn't just about saying sorry, it's about recognizing the sacredness of the connection you tried to sever. It's about honoring the role they played in your life, even if you didn't understand it at the time. What would it take for you to heal that wound? Not just for them, but for yourself. And if you are a chosen one who's been hurt, remember this: your pain is not a punishment. It's a catalyst. Every scar you carry is a testament to your strength. Every challenge you faced has prepared you for the mission you're here to fulfill. The people who tried to hurt you didn't take anything from you, they gave you an opportunity to rise. They showed you the depth of your resilience, the power of your spirit, and the magnitude of your light. The next time someone underestimates you, betrays you, or tries to bring you down, remember who you are. You are not here to play small. You are not here to fit in. You are here to shake things up, to challenge the narrative, to be the light in a world that desperately needs it. And no amount of darkness can extinguish that light. Let me ask you one last question before we go deeper. What would happen if you stopped seeing your pain as something to escape from and started seeing it as the very thing that will set you free? Pain is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It has the ability to destroy, to paralyze, and to consume. But for chosen ones, pain is something entirely different. Pain is a teacher, a catalyst, and a doorway to their greatest purpose. When chosen ones experience hurt, betrayal, or rejection, it doesn't define them, it refines them. It chisels away at everything that is not their true self, revealing the brilliance and the strength hidden beneath. The very wounds that were meant to break them become the foundation of their transformation. This is the alchemy of pain, and it's something only the strongest souls can endure and master. Think about this: how often do people run from their pain? They numb it, suppress it, or avoid it altogether. But chosen ones don't have that luxury. Their path is not one of avoidance, it's one of confrontation. They are forced to sit with their pain, to feel it fully, and to understand it at its deepest level. And in doing so, they discover something extraordinary: pain is not their enemy, it's their guide. It's the force that pushes them to grow, to evolve, and to awaken to their higher purpose. You might wonder, how do chosen ones turn their pain into purpose? It begins with acceptance. Chosen ones learn to stop fighting their pain and instead embrace it as part of their journey. They understand that every wound carries a message, every struggle holds a lesson, and every challenge is an opportunity to rise. This level of acceptance is not easy. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to face the darkest parts of themselves. But once they do, something miraculous happens. The pain loses its power over them. It no longer controls them, it empowers them. When a chosen one accepts their pain, they begin to see it as a tool for transformation. They realize that their suffering is not in vain, it's preparing them for something greater. Pain sharpens their intuition, deepens their empathy, and strengthens their resilience. It strips away the illusions of the ego and connects them to their soul. And as they heal, they become a source of healing for others. Their wounds become their wisdom. Their scars become their strength. Their struggles become their story, the story that inspires, uplifts, and awakens those around them. Here's the beautiful paradox: the more pain a chosen one experiences, the more connected they become to their purpose. It's as if the universe uses their struggles to carve out space for their light to shine even brighter. Every heartbreak teaches them about love. Every betrayal teaches them about trust. Every failure teaches them about perseverance. These lessons are not just for the chosen one, they are for everyone they are destined to impact. This is why chosen ones are often drawn to roles of service, whether as healers, teachers, leaders, or creators. Their purpose is not about themselves, it's about the collective. But let's be clear, turning pain into purpose doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, one that requires patience, self-compassion, and faith. Chosen ones often go through a period of darkness before they find their light. They might feel lost, broken, or even abandoned by the universe. But what they don't realize in those moments is that the darkness is not the end, it's the beginning. It's the void where transformation takes place, where the old self dies so the new self can be born. And when they emerge from that darkness, they are forever changed. Have you ever wondered why the universe protects chosen ones, even when they feel like everything is falling apart? It's because their mission is sacred. No matter how much pain they endure, no matter how many people try to bring them down, the universe is always working behind the scenes to guide them back to their path. This doesn't mean their journey will be easy, it means it will be purposeful. But every detour, every setback, and every heartbreak is part of the divine plan. The universe will strip away everything that is not meant for them, even if it feels like a loss in the moment. And what is left is exactly what they need to fulfill their mission. If you've ever been hurt by someone, let me ask you this: what would happen if you stopped seeing that pain as a punishment and started seeing it as a gift? What if the very thing you thought would destroy you is the thing that will elevate you to your highest potential? This is the mindset of a chosen one. They don't just survive their pain, they transcend it. They use it to become the person they were always meant to be. And here's the incredible part: when chosen ones turn their pain into purpose, they inspire others to do the same. Their story becomes a lighthouse for those who are lost in their own darkness. It shows people that pain is not the end of the road, it's the beginning of a new journey. It shows them that healing is possible, growth is inevitable, and purpose is unstoppable. But the people who hurt chosen ones don't realize what they've done. They think they've won, but in reality, they've only accelerated the chosen one's awakening. They've pushed them closer to their purpose, their power, and their light. And when the chosen one rises, they rise not just for themselves, but for everyone who is watching, learning, and healing alongside them. There's something extraordinary about chosen ones that most people fail to see. They are not just individuals navigating life, they are divine instruments carrying out a cosmic mission. That's why, no matter how much they're hurt, betrayed, or misunderstood, they are never truly defeated. The universe always has their back, even when it doesn't feel like it. There's a divine protection surrounding them, an invisible shield that ensures they are always guided, always supported, and always brought back to their purpose. Those who try to harm chosen ones may think they've succeeded in breaking them, but they don't realize that they've only triggered a spiritual intervention. The protection chosen ones receive is not always obvious. It doesn't mean they're shielded from pain or hardship. In fact, they often endure more than most, but their struggles are never meaningless. But the universe allows chosen ones to go through challenges because those challenges are necessary for their growth and evolution. However, the universe will never allow them to be destroyed. When it seems like they've hit rock bottom, they are not abandoned, they are being prepared. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Every loss is a redirection towards something far more aligned with their mission. Have you ever noticed how chosen ones often find themselves in situations where the odds are stacked against them, yet somehow they still prevail? It's not luck, it's divine orchestration. The universe works in mysterious ways to protect them, often through synchronicities, sudden opportunities, or even the removal of people and situations that no longer serve them. Sometimes, what feels like rejection is actually protection. But that relationship that ended, that job that fell through, or that betrayal that shattered them, it's all part of the universe's plan to realign them with their higher path. The universe doesn't just protect chosen ones from harm, it protects their destiny. This protection also extends to the energy of those who try to hurt them. The universe has a way of balancing the scales, not out of vengeance, but out of justice. When someone harms a chosen one, they aren't just hurting an individual, they are interfering with a divine mission. And the universe doesn't take that lightly. Karma is not about punishment, it's about correction. Those who send negativity toward a chosen one often find that negativity returning to them, magnified. It's not because the chosen one wishes it upon them. Chosen ones rarely hold grudges. It's because the universe is always striving to maintain balance. But what makes chosen ones so untouchable in the long run? It's their connection to the eternal light within them. This light isn't something external, it's the essence of who they are. It's their unwavering faith, their resilience, and their inner knowing that they are here for a reason. No matter how many times they're knocked down, their light can never be extinguished. In fact, every attempt to dim their light only makes it shine brighter. The more adversity they face, the more they embody their true power. Their light is eternal because it's not rooted in their circumstances, it's rooted in their soul. If you've ever tried to hurt a chosen one, let me ask you this: did it bring you peace? Or did it leave you feeling empty? The reason it never brings satisfaction is that chosen ones are not meant to be conquered. You might have thought you were taking something from them, but in reality you were giving them an opportunity to rise, and in the process you created an imbalance in your own energy that only healing and self-reflection can resolve. The universe doesn't want to punish you, it wants to wake you up. It wants you to see that your actions have consequences, not just for others, but for yourself. And if you are a chosen one who has been hurt, let me remind you of this: you are not here to seek revenge or to prove anyone wrong. You are here to fulfill your purpose, to embody your light, and to inspire others to do the same. The universe sees your pain, and it honors every tear, every struggle, and every moment of doubt you've endured. But it also knows that you are stronger than you realize. Every time someone tries to dim your light, the universe steps in to remind you of who you are. It places people, opportunities, and signs in your path to guide you back to yourself. The truth is, chosen ones are unstoppable because their mission is unstoppable. They are not here by accident, they are here by design. And no amount of darkness can change that. The universe protects them because they are an integral part of the greater plan. Their light is needed. Their voice is needed. Their presence is needed. So let me leave you with this. If you've ever doubted your worth as a chosen one, know that the universe doesn't make mistakes. You are exactly where you're meant to be, and no matter how many times you've been hurt, your light is eternal. The people who tried to break you didn't succeed, they only made you stronger. And if you've ever hurt a chosen one, it's not too late to set things right. The universe is always ready to guide you back to balance. You are protected. You are powerful. You are eternal. And no one, not even those who tried to dim your light, can take that away from you.